It's the morning cryptos, and a lot of stuff happened yesterday, so we're going to look at it. We're going to break it down. And this is day number 123 of my 90-day challenge to go deep into the rabbit hole of Bitcoin and the Bitcoin galaxy of greed and grooviness called the altcoins. And so let's just dive in, okay? So here's the news when I went to bed. When I went to bed, Bitcoin is back up above 10,000. And I was feeling like, wow, it bounced. It had a correction. It had a sell-off. It bounced. Boom. And there was a big drop, but we know that. That's how Bitcoin works, right? So let's hit refresh here, if I can find it on my new browser. By the way, I'm using the Brave browser today. And stuff is loading really fast. Check it out, brave.com. And long term, you might want to check out Basic Attention Token. We'll be talking about it more just today. There's a lot of other stuff. So now it's down to 9,855. The beauty of Bitcoin is when it has these corrections, it bounces up, has another correction, and then gets back to rising. So we'll see if it continues that pattern. I think it will. Bitcoin plunges by 20% within hours, then partially recovers. Bitcoin suffers violent price swings as U.S. government demands data on thousands of, we'll see what this is, of users. Yeah, that could be interesting. It hit a record high, blah, 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 plummeting, blah, blah, blah. Came as Coinbase, one of the world's largest crypto exchanges, revealed that the U.S. government had demanded data on 14,000 account holders in an apparent tax crackdown. The rapid rise of Bitcoin, the price of which has almost doubled in less than 3 weeks, has led to a swell of buying among members of the public keen to capitalize on its ascending value. Its price rose from 10,000 to 11 in under 12 hours, hitting a high of over 11,300. But intermittent blackouts at online exchanges led to its price falling. The blackouts on the exchange didn't lead to the price falling. The blackouts happened because so many people were taking profits that they couldn't handle it. So little misinformation there. Oh, Telegraph. Right. Let's just look at the picture. Let's look at the reality, not the imagination. Okay. 1 day chart. Bitcoin. Does that look like a crash to you? People, seriously. It corrected to where it was last frickin', 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days ago. That's not a crash. It was too high. It went too high too fast. It's not a crash. And the U.S. government is going to do what they're going to do. And the amount of extra paperwork, if millions of Americans tell the U.S. government to fuck off, that this is my fucking gold, and I haven't sold it back into fiat, so there's no capital gains, what are they going to do, really? If millions upon millions of people said, no, we will not go to war, what would they do? If millions upon millions of people said, no, we're not going to believe your lies anymore. We're not going to believe your lies, and we're not going to keep destroying the planet anymore. Boom. Things would change. But people are afraid, and that is where some fear, uncertainty, and doubt comes in, and people back off. But this was literally a normal profit-taking move. I mean, up here at 11, I was taking profits. I sold all the Bitcoin I could frickin' sell. I kept like $200 worth. I had, close to $2,000 of Bitcoin that, I either converted other high profits. I took profits in Litecoin, I took profits in Ethereum, I took profits everywhere. And I put it into altcoins. I took no profits into fiat, right? Because then you have to deal with the taxes, right? So anyway, let's keep going, people, because this is not bad. look at the correction over here on November 11th. 1, 2, 3, 4 down days. We dropped from a tip of 79.01 down to a little whisker of 53.81. Right? That's about $2,000, right? $2,000. That's what it does on a correction. Let's look back here. Let's look at September. We were at a high of 4,000. Let's call it, basically 5,000. And it dropped all the way to 3,000. That's a 2,000 point drop. And then it just continued to go. So your last 1, 2, we had some little corrections here. Other than that, it's been all up. There has to be some corrections, people. This is normal. And that's why if you're going to buy Bitcoin, you have to be prepared for the big swings. Otherwise, stick with Litecoin. There will still be swings, but it's much smaller. All right? Let's look at Bitcoin Cash. How did that do? I actually bought some when it came down. And I don't know where I bought some, but I didn't buy it at the bottom here. I probably bought it a little bit higher. So, I bought it as it went down. And you're never going to nail the bottom. You're never going to nail the top. Although, I actually did nail the top. I was like, okay, it's past 11,000. This thing is going to correct. The big boys are going to take profits. Most people will take profits. It's like, because then you can buy in later. You can buy back in at the lower price, and you can take your higher dollars, or your higher value that you've taken out, and then the price drops, and you just buy back in. It's called a sale, people. All right? So please be at peace. Please be relaxed. Breathe. Ground yourself. Just, if you didn't take profits, just hang on. It will come back. You may have to wait a little while. Oh, boy, you have to wait. But it's going to 10,000, right? It's going to 15,000. It's going to 20,000. It's going there. But it doesn't go there in one day, and it doesn't go there without some retracements, some corrections. That's all it is. It's a pulse. You breathe in, you breathe out. You breathe in, you breathe out. This is the market breathing, right? But it's a growing organism. It's growing. And these are some interesting times, man. This is some good stuff. So I hope you were safe. I hope you didn't panic. I hope you haven't sold everything below where you bought it, because it's not falling down. You'll see headlines about it, but it's not falling down. Bitcoin Gold took a hit here on the one-day chart. Everything took a hit, people. It's okay. Everything took a hit. Dash recovered nicely. Went way the frick up to 763. Then came back. Then went way up to 808. And look at that. Look at Dash. Right? If you look at it in the 1 hour chart, it looks scary. Right? Look at the 1 hour chart. Look at all that red on the 1 hour chart. But on the one day chart, it looks fine. These are movements, people. Let's see what it looks like on the 12-hour chart. 12-hour chart. We went up. We had a correction. But it's not $2,000. It's a couple $100, right? But it's gone there. It's proven there's life in this Dash. And Dash is one of the good coins to take profits into. If you sell in the next, when we have the next rally, sell your Bitcoin, put it into Dash, or sell it and divide it up and put it into younger projects that are really good quality, you're going to be okay. That's what I did anyway, and I feel like I'm going to be okay. I feel like I took my profits and I put it to work in, for example, EOS. I bought a ton more EOS, and I bought it as it was coming down, but I bought it with Bitcoin that was at the top, right? So, and I couldn't tell you what my profit is because I don't do the numbers, but I do the picture, right? I do the pattern. And I know if I buy low and sell high and then buy something else that's low, I'm doing okay. So, and EOS is at $3.40, and it's eventually going to be $100, $200, $300, $400, $1,000 coin. It's that good, and it's going to have corrections as well, right? Because it hasn't even launched yet, right? But from all practical purposes, It's by a team that we totally respect and that has the scalability issue handled and solved. So, you know, I think this is a good place to buy some EOS. However, it could correct. We don't know. We could have a little bit of a little mini bear market for a week. It could correct back to this level of support. So I would say I'm going to buy any EOS that I can, as even if it comes down any farther, you know. And you can also, if you're on an exchange, and I haven't learned how to do this yet, really, you can put in a buy order, you know, good till canceled, or you know, down here, so that if it does drop, you can buy it low. That's kind of the next step in my apprenticeship, is learning to do that. All right. So the concepts, people, are the most important thing. The techniques and the ways to do it are easily learnable, but you got to practice them. But the place to start is to remember always, we buy the dips, we sell the highs. That's what a professional does. The retail public doesn't know how to do any of that. They just buy. They buy because the news says to buy. And there's a lot of them coming in, and we don't know how that's going to affect the market. So just buckle your seatbelts, people. Ethereum. Ethereum had a really nice run. It had a really nice boost. And I took some Ethereum profits up here. Let's get to a one-day chart. I can see what day. Yeah, I took some Ethereum profits, you know, maybe about here, because I've been in profit with Ethereum. I bought it below 300. So I had profits. So I turned those profits into other coins. And those other coins may go down, but a $3 coin versus a $500 coin or a $10,000 coin, you see, there's, right? And we get in low and we ride it up. Right? And we take profits along the way. We might not take all of them in profits, but we take some profits and we redistribute it and we reinvest in some up-and-coming programs or projects. So that's my way of doing it, right? And you can do whatever you want, but that's what I'm attempting to do day in and day out. And that's why I'm doing this every day, and why I'm showing it to you, because if I just do it, I may make a lot of money. But if I do it and show you how to do it, it's up to you. And you know, if you're willing to put in the time and the work, and you're willing to start even small. I started with $20, people. I started with taxing myself $20 a day and taking it out of my checking account automatically, 20 bucks every day, buying Ethereum, Litecoin, or Bitcoin, depending on which one looked better to me. And then I started trading. Then I started going, you know what? Rather than just let Coinbase buy the coin for me at a random time of day, let me buy the coin every day at a time when it looks like it's good to get in. So I started buying sales. It's just, you go to the grocery store, you see people do it all the time. Olive oil's on sale. It's normally $15 a bottle. Now it's $9.99. I'm going to get me 5 of those, right? That's all this is. This is just a market, people. It's all it is. But it's a market made up of millions of other people all over the world. And it's also a market that I hope could lead to world peace. Because if we're all doing business with each other, there's a lot less reason to kill each other. Anyway, that's my philosophy. Gonna look at IOTA real quick. I don't have any. It really boosted, but now it's right back to its previous resistance. And if it was available, I would definitely get some. And so this week is kind of like really Black Friday for the buyers. And the other day was Black Friday for the sellers. Cyber Monday, Cyber Tuesday, Crypto Wednesday. Well, today is Crypto Thursday. All right, Litecoin. We had a big boost all the way past its other big boost and big correction. Look at this. This was the Chinese ICO ban here. This was Jamie Dimon here. Then it recovered, worked its way up. It was right back, to way above where it was. That is a gain, people. Even if it goes up and comes back, it's a gain. And you know Litecoin, I had it on a trajectory to hit this 91, 92, 93 mark in January. So we're just ahead of schedule. This is the real curve here, and it could come all the way back down to this line, and it would still be a good buy, right? Particularly if it comes back to this line, get you some damn Litecoin, all right? So it may be a good time to start buying Litecoin again. And that's probably what I would recommend to any newbie. I would recommend Litecoin right now. But the thing is, a lot of people think you have to have $10,000 to get one Bitcoin, and you don't. It has a whole bunch of places to the right of the decimal point, which I guess would be this way for you guys if we're mirror image here. So you can buy 0.00001 Bitcoin, right? You can buy $20 worth of Bitcoin. You can buy 100, whatever you have. Now is the time, if you haven't done it, and I'm saying this to some of my friends who I told to watch these videos, and we'll see if you guys actually watched them. I had conversations with at least 3 friends over the weekend who I highly urged to get in immediately and get an account at Coinbase. Get an account at Coinbase. And then I brought at least 5 people in my immediate circle into this world. Right? And these videos are not only for me, they're for them, and they're for you guys out there who have no friends who know what they're talking about. And you want to be careful not to listen to fools and know-nothings. And I did my Better Man project yesterday was about, being careful who you listen to, who you let into your neurology. So my take on this is that we are entering a really good time. We have the energy. We have the liquidity. The world is watching. We are at that point where email was, when it went very quickly from email, what's that, to you have email? No, I don't have it yet, to, oh, yeah, I have email too. Send me an email. Oh, email, right? And then at some point, too much email, right? Too much email. But we still use email every day. It's still the most important way we communicate with each other. And then the cell phone came in, and it was the same thing. You have a cell phone? Cool, man. You can just call anybody from anywhere? Oh, cool. And then it's like, yeah, I got a cell phone too. And then the first time you talked on your cell phone for an hour and it cost you $500 and you had to call a phone company, and I had no idea. And luckily the phone company with me was fairly nice because I signed a contract, right? But then pretty much everybody had a cell phone. But then no one had an iPhone. It wasn't invented yet. And then the iPhone came out, and it was the same thing. It's called early adopters, and then there's the late adopters, right? And in the middle, there's a whole range of people who are willing to make a change and willing to try something new. That's you and me, people. We are the first people with the iPhone in our family, right? Pretty soon, everyone has an iPhone, right? And then the next piece, what's next after the iPhone? What's better than the iPhone? Well, the iPhone 2, the iPhone 3, the iPhone 4, the iPhone 5, right? So then, once everybody has crypto, once everybody knows what crypto is, it will just keep getting better and better, and it will become more and more stable. There will be something like Bitcoin where it's kind of like gold. You don't use it. You don't spend money. Bitcoin is totally unusable. It's totally unusable. If you went to buy a car yesterday with Bitcoin, and you start the negotiations at 10 o'clock and Bitcoin crashes or has a correction, you're still in the showroom, and then to send your Bitcoin to the showroom, like, what's the actual price? And then it takes the rest of the day to get there. And then you go, okay, I'll come back tomorrow and pick up the car. I come back the next day to pick up the car, and they say, well, sorry, Bitcoin's worth a lot less today, so you owe us another X amount in order to drive the car off the lot, right? Nobody's going to do that, right? So eventually Bitcoin will be so stable that maybe you can then do that, right? They will have solved the scaling. Either that or they will go out of business like they should if it becomes totally unusable. Because people need to spend their money. Then we go to Dash. Dash will be able to spend your money. Dash might be the place we park our money. It's a much better product, right? That's going to happen. And we're still at the beginning. And Litecoin right now, Litecoin is the place where I'm going to take profits if I'm not going to buy some other lower, smaller amount coin. You know, so here's the deal. When I make profits on my other coins, I'll put them into Litecoin, I'll put them into Ethereum, and I'll put them into Bitcoin, depending on where the market is. All right, so that's some strategic thinking, people, and I want you to think this way. You have to start thinking this way. This is an ongoing Monopoly game. This is an ongoing game of Go and chess, and it's Sudoku and crossword puzzles and everything that you use to keep your brain alive and operating at high efficiency. And you can actually earn money doing it. And you can actually change your future. Right? So that's some of my blah, blah, blah. And people, that's why I'm here. And it's free. So if you don't like listening to real information, then this is not the right channel. Because I'm going to give you, I'm not going to hold anything back. I'm not going to charge you any money. I'm not going to try to get you to buy anything. If you do want to support me, check out my music. Check out Honest Hypnosis. Check out some of the courses there. Right now, I want your attention, because that's how you're paying me, with your attention. I'm paying you with good quality content. You're paying me with attention. That's an exchange of value. Do you understand? And there's no way that a government can tax that exchange of value. Your eyeballs, your ears, my information, my experience, my learning, me showing you what I'm doing. It's not just a gift, it's an exchange. Excuse me. It's an exchange. Now, Neo is interesting because Neo had this flash crash all the way down to 12. You know, and that's why sometimes, and this is my next stage, I haven't started doing this yet, but I think I'm ready to start in some of these big moves, putting some real lowball buy offers in, you know, or leveraging in. You know, putting one, let's see if, by the way, I'm on a different browser today. So you could, I'm just going to kind of draw some real quick little places where, and I'm just using Neo as an example, where you could put some buy orders in. You could kind of stagger them. You know, and there's other ways to do that. That's my next phase, and I will share with you when I do that, how to do that. And so that's Neo. I actually bought some Neo. I bought some like right around here, and I thought I was making a good buy, and it went below me, right? So now I'm not in the money, but it's coming back, right? It's not going to stay down. This is a dynamic, fluid river. It's flowing. You know, there's a storm, and the river fills up, and then the river empties out. Then there's another storm. It's weather. It's like, I'm using some analogies. Hopefully that's okay with you. All right, so Omise Go. We had a nice correction here. Good time to get you some. Good time to buy. So there's buy signals all over the map here today, people. Quantum, serious buy. Serious buy. See the green line? I bought there. And if I have anything anywhere else, I'm going to buy some more Quantum, because Quantum is going to go to 100. I mean, it's just that good a project. And it's early, and they have the kind of support. It's like they know what they're doing. It's second generation. It might be a third generation coin. So $11, get you some Quantum. And I could have sold at 16 or 15, but I decided to hang on. So I'm hodling Quantum because it's early in the project. It's not at 10,000, right? Bitcoin is not early. It's not early on Bitcoin. You can still make a ton of money. And those big moves are the things that help you make a ton of money, but you got to learn to surf them, right? That's what we're here today. We're here to learn to surf. Surfing the cryptos. XMR Monero held its value pretty damn well. It came back to its previous resistance and support right here. Beautiful, sweet. That's a good sign. Monero looks like it might be a place in the future to kind of park your profits. You're going to have a Monero wallet. You're going to have to download it from the Monero site. And you're going to have to get it on an exchange and then put it in your wallet. Right? This might be a good crypto if you want to, get out of the country with your money. All right. XRP. Ripple. It came right back to its middle ground. Look at this. These are waves, people. These are just waves. And the thing is, I caught the wave in the middle. And I didn't buy a lot, but I got me some. And I'm not bothered at this point. It's your intention going in. If you think you're going to make money every day with every trade, think again. It's not like that. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. You can get rich a lot faster, a lot easier, and perhaps a lot better than anywhere else. But you're still going to have to put in the time, and you're still going to have to learn, and you're still going to have to try things. And the beauty of this is you can start small. You can literally put less than $100 or $100 on a bunch of different currencies. You can put $10, $20, $50, whatever it is that gets you focused, and you can start small. Go to Coinbase, use my link below, get you some $10 of Bitcoin, get me some $10 of Bitcoin, or just go to Coinbase.com. I don't care about the $10. Either way is fine. Go there. If you haven't done it, stop just watching and start today. Right after big correction, great time to get in. You will do well, right? So that's my message to my friends. And hopefully you're watching this. And let's just real quick, while I have your attention, let's look at basic attention token. And I want you to notice on the 1-day chart, basic attention token, it didn't go up that much and it didn't go down that much. Why? Because no one was paying attention to it because it's early in the project. You can get yourself some basic attention token for less than a cent. It's 0.0003 cents. Right? We're talking buy low, sell high, people. If you got some extra money, not a bad time to put into some basic attention token. And again, not saying to do it, just saying that's what I've done. And so far I'm doing pretty well at this. And I will still make mistakes, and I could be totally wrong. But right now I am browsing on the Brave browser, and that is part of the basic attention token program. And you will be able to be paid to watch advertising. Doesn't that sound good? Advertisers will pay, and the receivers of the advertising will be paid. It's like being paid to listen to Spotify, right? Not only would the musicians actually get paid, which would be nice, but the people listening would get paid to listen. Interesting, right? And you're gonna pay attention to the places where your attention is valued. Interesting. And if I can figure out a way to pay you to listen to my music, where I get paid and you get paid, and the platform gets paid, like how does that work, right? Well, basic attention token. Check it out. All right. Civic, another buy signal here. Civic, it's low and it's a good project. It's all about identity. It's all about protecting your identity and putting you in charge of your identity so that you're not being Facebooked like crazy, but that you can still prove who you are when you cross a border or when it's time to, buy property or whatever it is you need to do to prove your identity, to prove that you're really you. That is not going to go away. Civic is all about that. Great buy opportunity. And that's a BTC to Civic chart. This is a BTC Ethereum chart. What else we got here? Salt. This is going to be a lending platform that's actually legitimate, unlike BitConnect, which is a Ponzi scheme. This is an actual real project, and you will be able to collateralize your altcoins so that you can literally, it's like you'll be able to mortgage your altcoins. You know what I mean? So you have a house, you have equity in your house. The only way to get that equity out without selling the house is to do a loan, right? Use your house as collateral and you get money. And if you don't pay it back, they take your house. Well, if you don't pay this back, they take your crypto. But that's the deal, right? You pay it back, you get your crypto back, and meanwhile, it has appreciated in value. Think of it that way. That's salt. Good project. Check it the frick out. I'm trying not to curse here because every time I use the F-bomb, which I love, YouTube gives me shit about it, right? So I'm on the Brave browser, and there's a way to monetize YouTube videos on the Brave browser. You have to have the Brave browser, and you have to sign up for this thing called Uphold. I'll talk about that more at some point. Today, I just wanted to show you that the markets are fine. The markets are fine. Bitcoin Cash, good time to get in. And it may go a little lower. It's still a good time to get in. Just hang on. Bitcoin Cash is good stuff. Bitcoin, Mama Papa Bitcoin. This is a tiny little correction, people. This thing has moved from 7,000 to 11,000 in basically 8 months, 9 months, something like that. It's going to correct. That's all it is. But when we get to these big evens, you better start thinking about taking profits and have a plan, a strategic plan where you're going to put it. And then you pay attention and you roll up your sleeves and you focus. You turn off the fucking TV, right? You say to all your friends and relatives, I can't talk right now. And you sit and you focus and you think about where you can take your profits into, and you do it, right? That's the thing that we're learning. All right. So that's it, people. I think I've flapped my lips enough, and this is a really good time to be in this. It's about to really pop. And we may have a little bear stretch. We may have a little sideways stretch as people are trying to figure out what's going to happen next. But there's plenty of activity going on. And there's just, I mean, holy crap. There's buying and selling going on all over the place. And the sellers may be outnumbering the buyers right now. That's normal. The people who think it's going to go down versus the people who think it's going to go up. It's just a conversation. It's an agreement. It's millions upon millions of people having a divergence of opinion peacefully. That's how it works. So it's good. All right? Hang in there. Remember to breathe. And now I'm going to go to Coinbase, I think, and I'm going to buy me some crypto today. I'm going to start buying Litecoin and Ethereum. I might start buying some Bitcoin. It's actually not a bad time to buy some Bitcoin because you have now, you've found a bit of a downside. I would like a little more, I'd like a little bit of more of a sideways trading range. However, if you bought today, it's eventually going to go up back to 11. I mean, it dropped and then went right back up. You know, it's going to drop. It's going to go back up again. There's going to be rallies. There's going to be sell-offs. That's all it is. So right now there's a sale on Bitcoin. Bitcoin, $11,000 Bitcoin is on sale today for $88.09, $89.40, wherever it is. All right, so that's it, people. I hope that helps. I want to help you guys. I want to keep you safe. Stay away from the Ponzi schemes, please. Anybody that says that you're going to get a guaranteed return, please don't believe them. They're liars. I'm sorry. They're just trying to get your Bitcoin. You need to learn how to manage your own Bitcoin and make it grow. And there's a learning curve. Don't expect to get it on the first day, right? So hang in there. Keep learning. Keep watching these morning cryptos. And there's a list below of the people that I watch, particularly CryptoGrinders. Excellent source. I don't know if I have him below there, but he knows what he's talking about. And I listen to him, and he's basically... We're singing the same song right now, so he's a good resource. And don't just believe what I have to say, right? Do your own work, do your own research, but come back every day. I'm going to check through these. These are some of the best projects out there. I don't invest in crap, and I'm always looking for better projects, but I'm also pacing myself, and I'm not trying to buy everything. You can't buy everything. You're not going to make money in every market, particularly if you're not in a market, right? But keep an eye, pick 10 of them. 10 or so that you're interested in. Have some new projects. Have some projects that are kind of in process, have some older projects, right? Have some Litecoin, have some Ethereum. Get yourself a little Bitcoin, but keep it in perspective. Buy it on a dip. Do not chase the highs, people. All right? That's it for today. Hope that was helpful. I'm excited to see where it goes next year. We're entering December tomorrow. The Chicago Mercantile Exchange is supposedly coming in. The Chicago Board of Options Exchange coming in. Big money is going to come in from all over the world, and they're watching right now. They're seeing how it works. And this is a free market. This is capitalism at its best, and the socialists will think it's at its worst, right? However, there's nobody going to take care of you here. You have to take care of yourself. I think that's healthy. I'm tired of the victim mentality, particularly in the United States, that that the government's going to take care of us. The people, that's communism. I'm sorry. And I am not in any way a radical political person in any way. I'm a libertarian, I think. I just want to be free to do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it, where I want to do it, when I want to do it, with whom I want to do it. Right? That's all I want. Isn't that what you want? This might be one way to do that. That's all. So on that note, me loves, I'm going to bid thee adieu and wish you a wonderful day. Have a great day. Start the music. I'll see you tomorrow.